Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another Copycat recipe video.
Yes.
I got it right this time.
You did.
I got nothing right earlier. Where we are working through Copycat Disney recipes. And if you didn't get a chance to check out the last one we did was the Cheshire Cat Tails, which turned out to be delicious.
So good.
So we recommend trying that out. We'll link that below so you can give that a try yourself. But before we get into today's recipe, I'm Stuart.
And I'm Joelle.
And we're 2MaxTry, and we thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos and like and comment and subscribe and all that fun stuff you do on YouTube. And also, don't forget to check out our social media, which will show up probably above Joelle's head because otherwise her face will disappear. So follow us on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and check out our website as well. So,
without further ado,
because we like saying that, we are going to be doing the Ronto Wrap in this video.
From Galaxy's Edge in
Ronto Roasters.
Yeah, Disneyland and Disney World.
We had an opportunity back in October to try this for the first time.
And it was so good.
It was really good. I don't know
Maybe some of the best food in Galaxy's Edge.
Maybe some of the best food in Hollywood studios. We didn't get a chance to try Woody's grilled cheese though.
No,
but
it was close.
Yeah, but that's all right. One day.
Yep.
One day we'll get there.
Does that mean we're going back to Disney?
No. Not anytime soon. All right. Yeah, so what are we doing next?
Well, this recipe is kind of in like 3 or 4 steps.
Right.
So we did the first 2 steps earlier today, and we will put that footage in right now.
So this recipe that we found actually has 3 parts. There is the slaw, the peppercorn sauce, and others, which is the pork and pork chops and all that fun stuff. At this point, we're gonna go over what you need for the slaw, and then we'll mix all that together, and then we'll walk you through everything needed for the peppercorn sauce, because those have to sit for a few hours before we actually use them and make this thing. So to start with, now this recipe calls for red cabbage, carrots, cabbage, red onion for your slaw. We decided to just go with a bag of coleslaw mix, just because less prep and less things that we would need to do. You will also need some apple cider vinegar, some Dijon mustard. We didn't have any, so we're going with some spicy brown mustard. Some olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, half a teaspoon of dried basil flakes. Sorry, I didn't go over the other ingredients. It's a tablespoon and a half of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, half a tablespoon of olive oil, half a teaspoon of dried basil flakes, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and salt and pepper to taste is what it takes to mix into the slaw. So let's turn over to putting that together. So to start with, in a large enough bowl to handle all of these fixings, we're going to start with a tablespoon and a half of apple cider vinegar. Boy, that is potent. Tablespoon and a half-ish. All right.
Something to note too, that I adjusted the ingredients to make 3 wraps on the website that we'll link below. When you go to print the recipe, you can adjust it to make as many as you want, and it will give you the correct amounts.
Which is always nice when websites have that ability, because otherwise we would end up having Ronto Wraps for days. All right, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I know how to read, that's fine. What's more flavor, right? Okay, half a tablespoon of olive oil, which I'll just put a splash in there. Okay. Half a teaspoon of the basil flakes. What was it, half a teaspoon? A teaspoon of sugar. And then we'll just give a dash of salt and pepper. for flavor. All right, and then we're just gonna take a whisk and we're gonna mix all this stuff together. All right, then we're going to...
It's a cup and a half of
Okay.
slaw mix.
Take a cup and a half of the slaw mix. And a half. And then just toss it. I guess I'm going barehanded on this.
You don't have to go barehanded. Use this.
You don't have to, but I'm going to.
I hope you washed your hands.
I did. I washed my hands. All right.
Alright, so then we're gonna put this in the fridge for a few hours.
Yep, so that'll sit, and then we're going to turn to mixing the peppercorn
It
sauce.
looks good.
All right, so for the next thing we're doing is the peppercorn sauce, and for this, you're going to need, it calls for Greek yogurt. We apparently don't know how to read. So we have yogurt here. We need half of a whole English cucumber. That looks weird, but what we ended up doing is you peel it and then grate it, and then you coat it in about a teaspoon of salt for about 10 minutes. And then once the timer goes off or it's done, you put it into a towel and drain all the water out of it by squeezing it. And that's why you have a nice cucumber ball. So that's what we have there. You need a quarter of a squeezed lemon. You need 2 cloves of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of dill weed, half a teaspoon of mint, and 1 teaspoon of cracked peppercorns. So we have those in our handy dandy little baggie there that we've already pre-cracked. So with that, let's turn to combining these ingredients and put that in the fridge. All right, so.
Are you gonna use the spatula?
No. You want me to dip and serve like that? Joelle's so particular about how everything goes into stuff. I do not like yogurt.
But you're gonna use this sauce.
Well,
it's kind of the same texture as mayonnaise almost. And you don't mind mayonnaise.
It's a little different when it's a sauce, just because there are other flavors and it's not just slime. All right.
It actually came out pretty good. I was not expecting it to plop like that.
It's just my epic skills. All right, so that's a cup of yogurt. Then we want to add half of a cup. No, half of a whole cucumber in there. And we're done. I gotta squeeze quarter of a lemon, which ought to be...
You just cut it into 4 quarters, Stuart.
What?
Then just squeeze one of the quarters in.
That's what I was getting ready to do.
You sounded like you weren't sure how to do that.
I know what a quarter of a lemon is.
We should make tea. We could have mint and lemon
That's
tea.
true. I don't know if that's a
That'd be
good combination.
I think it'd be good. Oh, that was me. I hope that doesn't ruin my shirt. I don't think it will.
Isn't lemon used to take stains out of shirts sometimes?
I have no idea. I don't take stains out of things.
We just throw clothes out. All right, I think we're good there.
Yep.
That's quite a juicy lemon. All right. Then we add the garlic. Got to make sure you get all that garlicky goodness in there.
Once again, just using our fingers.
You know what? It doesn't have to be fancy. They're not in our house.
It's the food safety person in here.
Food safety doesn't count at home. Then we add the half a teaspoon of dill and half a teaspoon of mint.
And the peppercorn.
And then last but not least, our cracked peppercorns in our fancy Ziploc bag. If I can get it out of here.
It It is called a peppercorn sauce after all.
Yeah, it's not really peppercorn sauce if you don't have any peppercorn in it. Then, I guess I can use this. Just combine everything. It'll be interesting to see how this all comes together because I don't remember yogurt either.
There was some kind of white sauce though.
Oh, was there?
I think so.
Now this is enough for 3 wraps, you say?
That's what it said.
That's a lot of sauce for a wrap. All right.
Well, you gotta think we're each getting 1/3 of a cup of yogurt on our Ronto Wrap.
Ugh. All right, I think we are sufficiently mixed.
So
And just like, go ahead.
I was gonna say we'll put that in a container, put it in the fridge for later.
And we will be back later to actually cook the pork and put these things together. So we'll see you then. Wasn't that great?
So easy and hopefully so delicious.
Yeah, so now we're up to the point where we're basically cooking the meat and
then we're gonna
assemble.
build the wrap.
Is what we're gonna do. So what we ended up doing for this part of the recipe is you get thin cut pork chops and off camera I smashed them really flat.
Smash them with
So
a hammer.
we made them thin. And all that there is to this, and we're probably not gonna show it because there's really not much to it. You add salt and pepper to the pork chops. You cook them up. It says on a grill or a grill pan.
We're gonna use a cast iron.
We have a cast iron skillet,
yep.
and that's what we're gonna use. And then you toast the pita for a bit. So
and warm up the sausage.
yeah, and so we'll be back when we assemble it, and we'll show putting that together.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll be back.
All right, so we cooked our meat, we got our sausage and our pork, and we, don't mind the cat hair, it's in everything. We warmed up our tortilla so it's like nice and pliable. Everything smells and looks so good. We're going to build our Ronto Wrap. So first thing we're gonna do is take our thin cut pork chops, and should I go that way or should I go the long way?
You do you.
All right, we're gonna go the long way. And put them there. We're going to put our sausage right in the middle, and then we are gonna put some coleslaw on there. All of this coleslaw that we made earlier and the peppercorn sauce smells so good. All right, so let's put some of this on here. We wanna spread it out so we get a little bit in every bite. Yum. I think that looks good. And then we're gonna top it with our peppercorn cucumber sauce. This is like that nice cooling element. Oh my goodness.
Holy cow.
Look at that, do you see that?
Huge.
Do you see how good that looks? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste this. It looks so good. Ah, yum. Stuart has rejoined me.
All right, so looking at this thing, I think Joelle's pretty daggone excited about it.
I really am. Am I just gonna go for it?
Just go for it.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I don't think she likes it.
There's so much flavor.
That's really good.
It's so good. Guys, we were just talking while we were cooking that like there's a lot of steps to this, but none of it is hard or took a lot of time.
No.
These would be so easy to make for friends if they're coming over, or like a fun night with kids. Like,
Right.
you could do a whole Star Wars themed.
It really is no more difficult than making tacos or
Yeah,
something like that.
so good. I want to take another bite, but it's not going to look pretty, so I'm going to wait till we're off camera. But just know that I want more.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember to what we had at Hollywood Studios.
I know.
I want to say flavor-wise, I
think
might
it's
have.
pretty close.
I think I liked the Disney one better,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but I can't say that for certain.
We just have to go back.
Yeah,
Try it again.
I guess so. That's what we have to do. Aside from that though, it is really good. Like,
Yeah.
As I kind of thought when we were putting the yogurt mixture together.
You think that's too much?
Once you get all the flavors together, you really don't, if you're not a huge fan of yogurt, you're not going to notice that texture.
And it's not super mint or super dill. You just
Right.
get like a nice explosion of flavor, of different flavors. You get the cooling yogurt, you get like kind of the tangy slaw, you get the fatty porky flavor. It's really good.
I would actually almost say that it could probably use more dill and mint.
Oh, okay.
Would be my thought.
Okay.
But other than that, like it's really good. I would definitely recommend giving this a shot. It's simple to do, really. And most of it, spice-wise, you may have in the house.
Yeah, I think so.
And as we said, instead of doing like coleslaw from scratch, just buy a bag and
so
you're
much
good with
easier.
that. Right? So that cuts down on a lot of prep work.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, me too. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So I highly recommend it. I think it's worth trying,
definitely.
and we will link the recipe down in the description so you can try it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for us for this video. As always, let us know what you'd like to see us try to recreate, and we'll see what we can do about that. We do have, at least Joelle's got a list of things we may try here in the near future.
Yep.
So make sure you tune in on Saturdays for those, and I guess we'll sign off now. So until next time, guys, take care. We'll see you then.
Bye.